So I got a surprise for y'all. When small, Esco's when small is small again. Back to the old Lalafell version. Mainly because I kept running into people saying actually saying the last name, which is Winsmall, and being a Hrothgar, he's not exactly small, even though I tried to be as small as possible for him. Any case, we need to pick up some quests here because we're actually. So here's the intent. The intent here is to one to continue the MSQ as we are into Heaven's Ward, but also to unlock areas where I can actually take my monk to actually complete his monk quests. I also got him some brand new level 60 monk gear. Normal or no quality. just, just the basics. Just to make sure that he, because I had a lot of level 50 stuff, and I might run into stuff since I'm running into stuff that are like level 58 and 60 stuff. It's going to be difficult still using that gear. You get a major boost with the stats by having level 60 gear. Let us begin anew, Master Winsmall. I am Sir Arturo de Forton, eldest son of Count Edmund de Forton. You will forgive me for my outburst, I hope. I meant no disrespect. I merely consider myself equal to the duties entrusted to me, like some. Forchevant has spoken of you often. If you are even half the man he claims, I shall be glad to have you at my side. To the matter at hand, then. We are assisting our esteemed compatriots of Houses Derendere and Zamail. Well, you are aware of our friendly rivalry, I take it? Aye, well, suffice it to say, the prospect of assisting said houses does not fill me with joy. However, it is the will of the Holy See that we set aside our differences at this crucial juncture, but we shall speak more of that anon. First, you will need to require secure transport to Falcon's Nest. Let us make for the Chocobo stables in Foundation. While we're here, let's talk to Emmeline. Because this is one of those times where it's like split quests. They all end up in the same place, but you got to do them both in order to continue with that next quest. So I'm going to pick up the quest, but I'm actually not going to do this one right away, mainly because this one does not unlock the area where I need to go for my monk quest. Shall we be off then, old boy? Ah, but where are my manners? Emmeline de Forton. It's probably not exactly the full name. Emmeline de Forton. Second son of Count Edmund de Forton. Trueborn, that is. Yes, I know what you're thinking, and you are absolutely right. What ill fortune be born second in a society where the eldest inherits all? Oh, my brother will never cut me off, 'tis true, but who would be satisfied subsisting on a meagre allowance forever overshadowed by a sibling? Not I, old boy, not I. Which is why I need your help to ensure that this business in the Sea of Clouds goes swimmingly, so that the tales of my great deeds can win me a place in the people's hearts, but yet rise me higher in their estimations than Arthur. Ambitious, I grant you, but then I do have a legendary hero to do my bidding. Oh, don't look at me that way. I jest, I jest. Anyway, you are to aid the good men and women of House Halanet. Helenot. Something like that. I never know how to pronounce these names. They have ever been steadfast friends to our house. They have fallen on hard times since the calamity, poor blighters. As for what precisely we'll be doing, well, what fun would it be if I told you everything in advance? Just come along with me to the airship landing. We'll take the airship to Camp Cloudtop. So we're going to do the Falcon's Nest one. They basically really take you into two different directions. Tugboat stables near Sky Steel Manufacturing. How do I know? Because I've done this before. Yeah, turn my personal volume down. Alright, Tugboat stables is down here. Trail has gotten to armor. Mail, of course. Greetings, Master Winsball. I've saddled the Black Chocobo for your journey to the Western Highlands as per Lord Artorial's instruction. Will this be your first time riding a Black Chocobo, may I ask? If so, you're in for a treat, as I dare say you know this particular breed can fly. Given the right conditions, they can carry you quite high, too, even over Snowcloak. You needn't worry about directing the bird, of course. Like all porters, she's trained to carry you to your destination all by herself. So just relax and enjoy the view. Oh, and be sure not to relax your grip, will you? 2 hands on the reins at all times, if you please. My chocobo can already fly.
To the frozen wastes of the Western Highlands, once verdant tracts made pallid by the calamity. Beyond the towering wall of ice, to lands long forsaken that the knights of Ishgard strove tirelessly to reclaim. To the hamlet of Falcon's Nest. Once abandoned, now freed of its pall of snow and ash, he came.
Zamir, I'm going to talk to him. It looks quite different when viewed from the back of an airborne chocobo, does it not? I still find the experience strangely liberating. Business. So, Red Walden's in charge here. He should be expecting us. Okay, Terrell, I'm going to see you later. Because I had pressing business with monks. They're pressing monk business. Also, you see I'm a lot slower, so this is going to take a bit. Now to see if I can figure out the route I need to take to get all the way up here. Okay, so to be fair, I'm expected to do this quest after having done so much of the main story quest already that I've had this place unlocked for a long time. And the fact that my mount speed would be a lot faster than what it currently is. In fact, this is quite noisy. I'm going to actually switch to my jugboat because I don't want to be this way. Hi, Richardo. Also, it feels like I'm going faster versus the chunk of my. Alright. I'm gonna see what I can do with following roads. And I'll see about going west. Okay, I think I'm just following a river. I don't think I'm actually following a road here. Yep, I'm gonna start heading west. Right here. Fate would have it. I don't care about it. Now, plus side, neat little feature, is if I'm not in combat and I jump down a really high thing, I cannot die. I will hit 1 hit point, but I will not die. Right. I did attune to the shard, so that's good. I have no time to play with you. Almost there. I need to figure out how to get up to where I need to be. Oh, wait, I just need to go around, I think. Well, shoot. Is this a place I have to actually fly up to? If that's the case, it's going to require a little more delay in doing this. Well, scheisse. Might actually have to wait on this level 60 quest. I wonder if somewhere along here there's kind of an upwards route. Ah! I think I did it. Ha-ha! Huzzah. Use that. There you are, Ghost. Thanks for coming. This site hosted a fierce battle, so says Professor Eric. Much blood was spilt between knights and dragons. This makes it an ideal place for our test. As you know, in order to open the chakra of an opposing aspect, one ordinary has to fight an individual trained in that aspect. However, it does not suit us to duel one another to the death. And so I theorized, instead of each other, what if disciplines from each sect were to fight independently within close proximity? Influenced by their presence, the aether that pervades a battleground may be tricked into opening an opposing chakra within each combatant. Without further ado, let us put this theory to proof. Please, seek out likely opponents nearby, as formidable as you can make, then fight them with all your might. Wittergelt and I shall do the same. There it is. Oop. This doesn't look good. Be on your guard, Escus. He is Rahatia, leader of the Sect of Shadow. He has come to take back T'Chaka. Take back? What an idiotic notion. She is a traitor to a sect, and I'm here to silence her. We will not allow it. You must defeat us first. You are a disciple of the Sect of Light and one who surpasses Wittergelt. Besides, you would have opened your seventh chakra and is plain in my senses. An idea occurs to me, a peaceful way to end this meeting. Can you not fight one another, you and I? T'Chaka, you are to slay Wittergelt and open your seventh chakra. Once you have accomplished this, return to me and Zenza shall come to no harm. As for you, adventurer, if you will then swear to serve me, I shall release Zenta and T'Chaka both. Fair trade, is it not? You need not answer right this moment. If you agree to these terms, come to the ruins south of Little Alamigo. I shall wait you there. Gone it, but not over long, or I cannot guarantee that there will be much of Zenta left to retrieve. I tried to fight him, but he's too strong, far stronger than I had imagined. Such is the might of he who has opened all 14 chakras. None alive can fight him on equal footing, not even Esagos. One thing bothers me. The Sect of Light was destroyed, yet Rahatia has opened all 14 chakras. How did he do this? He was present at the massacre of the temple. He attacked and slew a priest of your sect, when in so doing opened the 7th chakra of light. As we are, we cannot hope to defeat him. Alas, our test was a failure. My chakra did not open, neither did yours. Am I correct? What am I to do? Oh, Sansa, I want to save you, but I cannot kill Withergilt. I feel so powerless. Rally. Please forgive my pitiful display. You are right, Eskos. I mustn't despair. Sensa and I used to be as birds in a cage, serving Rahatia as the only life we knew. But all that changed when we met the two of you. You opened our eyes to a world of infinite possibilities, so much more is possible than I ever dreamed, and so I won't give up hope. There is a way to defeat Rahatia, and we need but find it. We will rescue Zinsa without without my raising a hand against Wittergilt, without your offering yourself as Rahatia's thrall. There is still time. Let us return to Revenant's Toll. There we shall make a plan. Professor Ericus Lundas his tomes. Uchachaka scours them for ways to open our final chakra. Perhaps you will find something. Perhaps not. Meanwhile, we must do what we can. Hone your mind and bodies for the battle to come. Time is running out. Dezenta's life will soon be forfeit. We must act now. Alas, we did not find it. A way to open the seventh chakra, but we must act nonetheless. Otachaka has gone to Little Alamigo. She fears for her friend. Let us join her. I believe this is a level 60 quest, right? Yep. So when I have done this, I will not be able to do any further monk quests until I get into the next expansion. But at least I'll have my complete Heavensward toolkit. We must rescue Dezenta, but how? Zensa is still alive, but I fear she does not remain so much longer. But moments ago, she was taken to the ruins to the south. You will have already heard, but I couldn't find a bloodless way to open chakra in an opposing aspect. Thus far, we have opened 13 chakra. Most of us three. But one more, and you could face Rahatia as an equal. Fight me, Eskos, and make the final chakra yours. Brother, if T'Chaka dies, the victory will have no meaning. We need power. This is true. But at what cost? We must remember what it is truly, or you will commit a grave mistake, as once it did. Remember my words. All your chakra may not be open, but you have each other. Together we can defeat Harahatia and can rescue Desensa. The disciplines of our sect once fought side by side. Let's do so again, and we did in the days of old. Thank you, Wittergelt. I shall stand with you. First, I would like to try to persuade Harahatia. Convince him to see reason. But if my words fail, we're ready to fight. Duty! You go to confront Harahatia. Are you ready, brother? I am level 60, so it doesn't really sink me. Level 61, maybe. Hear me, Hatia. We come but not to accept your demands. Nay, we would remind you of the past, of the true nature of our order. Our two sects once fought beside each other, not against. Together we can achieve much. Let us join hands, brother, and rebuild the Fist of Ralgar. Is it Ralgar? Cowards like you bring shame upon our order. Plainly, It is you who needs to be reminded of our true nature. Yadra's training to hone mind and body, the blood we spill and shed, all of it is no purpose but to honor the destroyer. We pay him great tribute by dueling to the death, and in return he grants us great power, the power of all 14 chakra. By consorting with the royal house, the disciplines of light lost sight of their true nature. For this, Ralgar visited destruction upon them. But in his wisdom, we were spared that your existence, feeble though it is, might serve to raise us higher. Upon our battered bodies, the fist of Ralgar shall be restored to its former glory. You are wrong. The sect of light was undone, but not as you say. We misused our power. We turned it upon our own people. For this, we were cast down. Now you misuse your power. You turn it upon your own comrades. It is the same. It will end the same. You will destroy yourselves as we did. Do not make the same mistake, brother. If we are to survive, we must find another way, a way to prosper together, or we shall perish in vain. All of us. Those who have power must choose. You must choose. With it, will you pave the way of life, or will you destroy it? Surely the choice is clear. I grow weary of your blathering. You have already declared your unwillingness to meet my demands. There is not more to discuss. Take the adventurer alive. He will prove useful to us. Kill the rest. That's how you are right. You came. Thank you. So you have turned against me, the both of you. Have you forgotten who it was that saved you all those years ago? And I pride myself on being a forgiving man. In lieu of an apology, I shall accept your life force. Your power is mine. Be glad, my wayward pupils, that you were useful to me at the end. Magnificent. My body is a raging furnace. It shall be as child's play to unleash my ultimate technique. It ends here. What? Can it be? Your final chakra has opened. That's the only explanation. Which means that Essigos is now an equal of Rahatia. If we fight together, we may yet triumph. Triumph, you say? I do not recall having raised such a foolish child. Essigos is a suckling babe with his new chakra, while my entire being is fairly ablaze with the life energy of 3 monks. It matters not how many of you there are, we cannot hope to defeat me. Complete. That seemed easier than I think the last time I did this on my main monk. I think it's because I actually have level 60 gear on. It's over. This is safe. However, together we achieved the impossible. Yet my heart is heavy. I failed to convince Rahatia. Every step I take, blood is spilled. With my power, I know only destruction. That is not true, Winnegeld. A monk's power can only be used to save, like you saved us. We have a favor to ask you. If you are still intent on rebuilding the Fist of Ralgar, we would lend you our aid. We will bring whoever is left of our sect. Together we could restore the order to the way it used to be, with disciplines of light and shadow side by side. And together we can think about what power means to us. Think about it alone. Your mind's liable to take you to a dark place. Better to have comrades around who share your cause, I reckon. With Tia gone, Escos is the only soul left who can open all 14 chakra, and a soul of gentleness he is. He did not seek power for his own sake, yet he has reached the zenith of our art. If so be doing, he has shattered our old preconceptions and shown us another path. In opening his final chakra by stopping Master's technique, he has given us hope that there's only a way to open all chakra without bloodshed. Thank you, Zensa O T'Chaka. Together we will create a new path, and lay a new foundation for our order. Essigos, is to your shining example that we turn. You are a star. We look up to you. We strive to reach its heights. The way may be dark and it may be filled with hardship, but come what may, we will forge on towards your light. Promise me this, brother. Ever use your powers for good and for the realm. Yay, and I learned Tornado Kick. Also, I get Well, isn't that a thing? Alright. I'm quickly going to run to New Gridania. Do I have do? What do I want to do? I'm gonna look something up. What is this? Okay, yeah. Nope. This is not where I wanted to go. Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay, okay. Okay. Under. Oh, shoot. Hey, glamour prisms. Fortunately, there is a solution. There's another thing I want to do while I'm offline for glamour purposes, but it's all glamour purposes, so it's kind of not that big of a deal. Nope, quartermaster. There you are. Let's get like 30. For now. Oh, actually. One thing I did unlock while I was offline. Adventurer's wagon. I can to the barracks. Do we have this much papers? I don't. I will probably later. Oh, big guy. Anyways, where? Oh, it's up there. Glamour dresser here. Alright. Just gonna put that in here. I think that's all there was for that, so alright, cool. And my glamour plates. Because I never used the head. I use that. Like to dye that. There we are. And I might as well put this in here. But the thing is, I don't like that headpiece, so I'm not even going to use it. At least I dyed it. The theme to my characters is blue. There we go. I feel better. Alright, let's go outside. Now, the really cool thing is when it comes to glamour plates is I could do this basically the same exact outfit, but with a different dye. Alright, I'm going to do a brief break here. I'm going to top off some beverage. I'll be right back, and we're going to unlock another class. All right. So I've been DPSing this whole time. The primary way of doing things. But it's time to get other roles. We're going to unlock Gunbreaker. Ah, mate. Oi, mate. Fancy making yourself useful? Listen, close. A gang of highwaymen have been applying their trade around here these last few days, and we're trying to flush them up. Slippery buggers, though. So we need all the help we can get. That's where you come in. We've spotted them lurking in the bramble patch, and they're getting ready to spring our trap. All you have to do is to collar anyone who strikes you a bit shifty and raise the alarm. We'll take care of the rest. So it's time to go to the East Shroud. Out of my way, I'll gotcha. You have my thanks, stranger. And mine, if you hadn't shown up, things could have gone very badly for us. It's my fault. I'd be more careful next time. Truth be told, I thought we would be a quieter journey after sneaking past all those Imperial patrols and leaving Garabanya behind. How wrong I was to think we were caught unawares by a gang of common thieves. What's going on? We heard a commotion and... That's one of them, just like the witnesses described. Strange that we got after a pair like you. All their marks so far have been merchants and whatnot. You know, folk carrying coin and valuables who won't put up much of a fight. I reckon that if any of their cronies were out there watching, they'd think twice before crossing you lot again. Still, it might be a good idea to see these travelers to Gardania. Me and the others will keep looking for the rest of the highwaymen. With bandits, something about this doesn't sit right for me. We barely have a fitful of gil between us. I have a couple of forms of edged steel
steel strapped to my back. Not the most likely of targets. Perhaps that's why they went straight for the kill, and they might have succeeded if you hadn't stepped in. You are in my debt. I am Radovan, and this is Sophie. We've traveled here from Ilzabad, far to the north, where once I served as a soldier of God. I had no choice. My family were taken hostage. While it was true that I have fought and killed for the Empire, I would never have done so willingly. Although I freed myself from their shackles, the life I'd known is no more. But there is another life, one I would sooner put behind me. I've come to Eorzea in the hopes that I might start a new year.
As for me, I have escaped from the Guardians. I'm part of a resistance movement until we were all rounded up and killed, that is. The Empire took everything from me, my family, my homeland. With nowhere else to go, the two of us decided we stand a better chance surviving if we stuck together. And here we are.
To see me now, you'd scarce believe I once served a personal guard to my queen. But in the end, I couldn't protect her. Couldn't protect anyone. Not even my wife and son. While I would have gladly given my life for theirs, it was not to be. Even so, there may still be of use of the skills I spent years honing. Those whom I yet deliver from harm.
That's why I suggested looking for employment as a bodyguard in Eorzea, and Gridania seemed to be a good place to start.
I know you've helped us enough already, but I have a proposal. Would you consider working with us?
Now hold on, Radovan, that's a rather lot to ask, don't you think?
But Essigos has what it takes to become a gunbreaker. It seems my gunblade has caught your eye. You may have seen Guardians wielding something similar, but this is the genuine article. The ones used by the Empire are simply edged weapons with a firearm bolted on, or vice versa. While they have their uses, they pale in comparison to those my clan forged for generations. Our gunblades are use etherically imbued cartridges. When you pull the trigger, the powdered crystal within ignites, releasing the ether. This sends a powerful shockwave through the blade, increasing its destructive capabilities. The cartridges can even be fired into the air to create defensive barriers.
Perhaps you should save the lectures until we've heard Essigos' answers.
Ah, yes! First things first. So, are you interested? In exchange for the success, I will teach you the art of the gunbreaker.
And I was wondering if I might be able to act as a guide. If you accept a gunblade training as in a form of payment, we'd be most grateful. Once the coin starts rolling in, you'll receive a fair share.
You need not answer right away, but please, give it some thought. Have you reached a decision?
Well, yes, I wish to become a gunbreaker.
From this day forth, our fates are intertwined. While the path that lies ahead is not an easy one, the spirits of my predecessors will watch over you.
Okay. Now, I need to switch out this. Where is it? Here it is. Right. I'm going to do that for now, but I have this to change everything. Or part of the thing. New set for my Gunbreaker set.
which I'll put here. This down. Yeah. And I might as well just put this here for fun. Yeah. Okay. There we are. Radovan is keen to see for you to put your newly acquired skills to practice. Now that the Gunbreakers of Eldiv yielded a portion of their wisdom, you are ready to take blade in hand. Rather than spend moons and moons training you, perhaps you had best find employment first. We can use the time between assignments to refine your abilities, but where would we start? Well, there's the Adventurers Guild in Gridania. Adventurers Guild? Yes, sounds quite promising. I suppose we are adventurers afterwards. Tell me, Yasuko, are you familiar with this sort of thing? Yeah, I've been doing it for quite a while. Oh my! That case, we should find a. We couldn't have found a better guide. Well, there's no time like the present, shall we? All right. So first things first is I need to set up my R bars because I'm starting at level 60 for Gunbreaker. Oh, yep. Okay, I just couldn't see it. Which means I got a little skills. First things first, remove these because I got them on other bars. All right. So Keen Edge is my basic. No Mercy is I believe I keep that there. Burst Strike goes over here. This goes after Keen Edge, so that's that. Camouflage keeps parry rate. This is this thing. This is a 2, right? Yeah. That's a thing. There's the end of my combo. Oh, here it is. Okay, okay. I was wondering. I felt like I was missing something, but I found what I was missing. Gnashing Fang, Savage Claw, and Wicked Talon. Okay, so put this over here, put this over here. Okay. There we go. It's one of those, I have a lot of abilities. I need to figure out a place to put them. I think I have. Here and here. Now that Mother Mion has made us formal members of the Adventurers Guild, we can start accepting assignments. In fact, we've already been given the details of a potential client in need of a bodyguard or two. A man named Lassenschau is waiting at the Whaling Barracks. Sophie and I will try making our way there to get our bearings. Barracks, which I think are Lancers Guild. So one thing that this means is that I have a tank spec. Also, it's already at level 60, so I'm kind of like already ahead of the game. You must be the one sent by the Adventurers Guild, yes? Oh, thank goodness. Something dreadful has befallen, well, threatens to befall. One named Adacia. You mean to say you are unfamiliar with the most gifted harpsichordist who ever lived? Whatever possessed me to hire such uncultured... It appears my breath would be better spent briefing you on the nature of my request. A few days ago, Editha, that's it, Editha, received a most unwelcome missive, a death threat to be precise. At first I deemed it nothing more than the crazed scrawlings of some harmless churl, which that was until during a recital a stone was thrown at her, missing by a hair's breadth. I have in my capacity as her manager cancelled all public appearances until the perpetrator can be brought to justice. I fear though my delicate tulip wither and fail if confined to her dressing room, and she has herself expressed a desire to stroll freely beneath the canopies of Biketo's amphitheater. I see where this is going. You want us to take her for a walk, is that? If that's all we have to do, we should count ourselves lucky. A threatening letter, a brazen attack in a public place. Who knows what could happen next? But she can't stay indoors forever. I say we accept. Splendid. Without further ado, I shall have Editha prepare for her promenade. We best proceed carefully. If the we best proceed carefully. If the culprit knows that Lassencho asked the Adventurers Guild for help, they would probably deduce that Editha will be coming out of hiding. We should see if anyone bears a grudge against her, so we know what to expect. And we better look around the amphitheater for places where an ambusher might hide. By the way, the basic Gunbreaker outfit looks pretty badass. Oh, Editha, even a moment deprived of her sumptuous harmonies is akin to an eternity of unimaginable torment. When, oh when, will she grace us with her splendor once more? Well, he seems to like her. Why, yes, Edith has been the talk of Gardania since her debut. Her skills as a musician is without question, although I sense that many of her admirers are more interested in her bizarre stage garb. Know of her? I certainly do. I would consider her to be one of her many admirers. In my honesty, I do not care for the way some of the others ogle her. If the rumors about Edith receiving death threats are true, one of those lecturous scoundrels must be behind it. Escos, have you met Miss Ondine? She is a harpsichordist like Editha. That poor girl, what is the world coming to? That a gifted, beautiful young performer such as her might hide away for fear of her life. Beggars belief. It must be one of her followers. I've seen the way some of them look at her, and it makes my skin crawl. Fans like that, who needs enemies? So, what did the other locals have to say? Well, everybody seems very pleasant. Yes, most of them think that one of Edith's admirers is to blame, but I sense there's more to it. I think it's that until we have more information, we would treat everyone with equal suspicion to be on the safe side. Personally, I'd prefer to carry out a more thorough investigation, but we best not keep our clients waiting. Time to go on duty. It assures me that she'll be ready in 2 shakes of this tail, whatever that means. Oh, my chaperones have arrived! How wonderful! Oh, to finally feel the sun's warming rays. I am reborn! You weren't joking when you called her eccentric. All this prancing about is about to draw unwanted attention. We'd better get this over with as quickly as possible. Sophie, Essigos and I will escort her to the amphitheater. Why don't you stay behind with Lasachao in case we need to hurry back? Fine by me. I'll keep an ear out for any signs of danger and come running if we call. Although I'm fully prepared to join you in your guarding Editha and even dressed for the occasion, I will defer to your professional opinion and remain here. But promise me that you will keep my sweet Petunia safe. Leave it to us. Are you ready, Yesagos? La la, what a beautiful day for a stroll. You only need to escort her to the amphitheater and back, but keep your eyes peeled. This means I got lag when they're stutter stepping. I don't think we've ever seen anything so peaceful and serene. Oh, Cardania is a wonderful place indeed. Haha, I will give it some thought. Is that Editha? Hey, don't run ahead. I don't want to distract him, but perhaps we can tell us why these bandits are after Editha. You're escorting the lovely Editha? Please allow me to make a record of this day's events. The whole of Gardania delights Editha's magnificent melodies. Every other musician pales in comparison to her. Editha has only recently begun performing in Gardania and has already amassed a considerable following. I have heard, however, that some of the other harpsichordists are envious of her success. Is it true her music is inspired by all the wondrous places she's seen in her travels? I hear that Editha has become something of a recluse of late. I do hope she returns to grace the stage once more. So you get the impression that a jealous rival is the instigator. There she is, with the rabbit ears. Who goes there? Never mind. Step away from the girl, nice and slow. Arr. Go on ahead. We'll hold them off. If you require assistance, just ask. Please, do take care of it. There could be more, so be on guard. Let's be ready to strike at a bonus. You mustn't run off like that again. Oh, you're no fun. Leave the ruffians to me. I and the other wood whalers will get to the bottom of this. Not much further now. Do you know who would be behind these attacks? No idea. Yes, I think we've gathered that much. What a beautiful day. It's too quiet. They must be expecting us. My, what a naughty little rabbit. It seems you wandered too far from your warren. The stage is set for your curtain call, though it cost me a pretty penny to rent the place. This will be the last time you walk all over my stage with these grubby little paws of yours. Bye. Pleasure, Shardo. That's wrong. No more surprises? Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm not afraid. The show's over. Now take off that mask before I cut it off your face with it. Mrs. Undine? I might have guessed. But what's Edith ever done to deserve this? That harlot doesn't know the first thing about real music, and she thinks she can steal my fans. I stage with those appalling outfits of her. I won't stand for it. Vote. What's happened here? I heard that Undine wasn't exactly a fan of Edith's, but I never thought she'd pay to have her killed. And now we know that the highwaymen in the woods were in on her schemes too. A few days back, they held up Odine's carriage in the shroud, but she made them an offer worth more than the valuables she was carrying. Mind you, I don't suppose there's many of the bastards left after today. You've done all of us all a good turn. So if you ever need anything from the God's Quiver, don't hesitate to ask. Now that the danger has passed, Editha will at long last be able to take her triumphant return to the Miketa's amphitheater. There's still one thing I don't understand. Why did these highwaymen attack me and Radovan in the woods? Maybe it's because of your ears. Ears? I imagine Odin told them how much I love wearing my favorite bunny crown. They probably thought you were me. Oh, these ones aren't real Viera ears. At least I don't think so. Actually, I was wondering if I might have a word in private with the three of you. But there are four of us. Yes, but only if I included you, which I'm not. What have I done to deserve such treatment? Well, I suppose the lady is entitled to her secrets. But before I return to my duties, I wish to express my gratitude to your part in today's events. You have both performed admirably. Now that the pesky manager of mine is out of the way, let's go to the Great Loom Growery. How close are we? Where I need to go? We're pretty close. Across the bridge. You risked your life for them to protect me, so I feel it's only fair that I explain myself. One moment, please. Jesus, self! What? You mean to say she's a sylph from the very beginning? Oh yes, this one feels much more comfortable now. It's fun to use glamours and play the harpsichord, but a little tiring. This one spent so long in walking one's house. This one's nearly died. These ones need the sun's rays to flourish, to live. That's why this one had to go outside, even though dangerous ones were all around. This one hopes helpful ones will understand and not tell a simpering one. Listening ones will be sad if this one can be no longer play sweet, sweet music.
Your secret is safe with us.
I'm ever so glad. Promise you'll come and listen to my harpsichord soon, yes? Hee
Quite the conclusion I was expecting, but a satisfactory one nonetheless. I must say, you've acquitted yourself rather well, Essigos. It normally takes a lot longer for novices to grasp the fundamental differences between a gunblade and a regular sword. It was originally developed by my people in the third astral area. The march of the Allegan Empire had driven us to the barren wastelands where even survival was a constant struggle. Our queen, Gunhilda, was closely guarded by loyal soldiers known for the unique swords they wielded. Their lower vassals were known as Gunhilda's Blades. A name that was abbreviated and applied to the most distinctive of their weapons, the gunblade. Meanwhile, the Allegans were developing firearms capable of launching projectiles over great distances. As they were similar in appearance to our gunblades, we referred to these weapons as guns, a term which is now commonplace. So effective were these new weapons in the battlefield, the Queen's Guard decided to specialize in smashing through the enemy lines and destroying them as swiftly as possible. Thus did they become known as gunbreakers. Even after the fall of the Allegan Empire, these techniques were passed down to each new generation. My clan are the descendants of Gunhilda's royal guard, although I am all that remains. It is my duty to see that the art of the gunbreaker lives on, even if it means entrusting it to an outsider such as yourself. If you like history lessons, you two will get along like a house on fire. I'd best leave it there for the time being. I don't want to overwhelm the lad. The best learning is done in the field, however. At present, as pleasant as Gridania is, I'm eager to see what the other city-states have to offer. Then may I suggest Ulda? The markets are good for all over the world, and I'm dying to take a look. Ulda it is, then. Sophie and I will go on ahead. When you arrive, seek us out. You shouldn't be hard to find. Well, since you're doing Adventurers Guild stuff, you're probably in the Adventurers Guild, right? Which is at the quicksand. Alright. Where was I? The Adventurers Guild. I think I did okay with my thing. Give me parry, right? Here's Redman. It's good to finally get away from that noisy marketplace. Not that it's a watering hole. That this watering hole is much quieter. Still, it's a paradise compared to anything you'll find in Gaulian territory. I think he's just in a sour mood because he can't find any work. You're not wrong, Sophie. I'll keep looking though, Esgos. You better train by yourself until you find our next client, which with a little luck should be soon. Nay, we are not done. Because we're making your trip to Limsa the Minster. Ah, there it is. This lamentum gentleman appears just a tad too excited about something.
Good sir. Oh, good sir, your spare moment. Yes, of course you can. Oh, you see, I just witnessed this performance most marvelous, and I simply can't tell any. Must tell someone about it. What such a performance, you ask? Why, none other than a troupe of dancing, traveling dancers hailing from Radzahan. Han across the sea. I dare say their bold, exotically beautiful motions are like nothing our realm has ever seen. Adventurers like you are always on the lookout for stimulating new experiences, are you not? You simply must witness the spectacle of yourself. Just follow this road towards the convent of the Dutiful Sisters, and you'll run smack dab into the stage that you're set up in the square. Greetings, traveler. Come to see our new little show, have you? On behalf of Troop Falsain Siam, I welcome you. My troopmates are seeing to the final preparations even as we speak. Don't wander out too far, the curtain will be rising any minute now. It's been quite some time since we brought our art to these shores. So our fearless leader tells us. We've been practicing day and night ever since we arrived to bring you and your countrymen the performance of a lifetime. So close and yet so far. For all who cannot make the voyage to our home, we bring our art to yours. Hailing from Radzat-Han, across the sea, I present the incomparable translucent troop of Fal Siam. Today we have prepared a sumptuous feast for your eyes and ears. Let the soaring melodies and the stirring, striking steps of our dancers reach your heart and spirit you away to a distant world. Yes, just so, Rollo. Betray not your trembling heart. Dance your dance till you last. Let them fall. My apologies. I did not mean to intrude on your experience. I ignore my mutterings and enjoy the girl's performance. She's trained quite hard for this day, after all. Me in my gunbreaker garb. I must say, you carry yourself with a certain grace, don't you? Ah. But do excuse me. I forget myself. Forgive me for not having properly introduced myself. I am Nashmira, principal dancer and leader of Troop Falsiam. Rana, the girl whose performance you were monitoring, is my #1 student and protege. This may seem a bit forward, but pray tell, have you ever harbored aspirations of stepping on stage, of losing yourselves in a whirlwind of music and motion, and enchanting your audience with your every movement? Forgive me, I know it's all quite sudden, and yet I could not help myself. From the first moment I laid eyes on you, I saw how do you put it, a poise that only could be honed in the field of battle. Yes, it is in no doubt in my mind. You would make a fine dancer. I see you are confused, and for good reason. Allow me to explain. There are forms of dance meant purely to grace a stage, and then they are the art of the Troop Falsiam. We dance the Kriegsdance. It's a dance of war so ancient it is said to predate even the founding of our city. Our dancers train primarily in 2 techniques, which each with applications both ornamental and martial. For one, we are proficient in tossing throwing weapons, which are most dazzling to the eyes and even more damaging to any unfortunate foes they strike. The second, is of course dancing itself. Perhaps you have already felt it, but it is believed that there are mystical powers in our movements which can serve to heighten senses, lift spirits, and drive weakness and worry from people's hearts. The people of Eorzea have done well to rebuild this realm in Calamity's wake, yet there are scars that still go unhealed and the specter of war still looms large over the land. It is our art of dance which might serve in small ways to ease worries and fears, and offer succor in the hearts of Eorzeans far and wide. Nothing would bring our humble troop greater honor. And so did I decide to lead Troop Falsiam on a tour of this realm. There is, however, a bit of a rub. We have come with only 2 dancers, Rana and myself, and I'm still nursing the injury I suffered on the voyage over. My protege is a talented one, but I hardly ask her to bear the burden of our tour alone, so I felt compelled to reach out to you. I can assure you our arrangement would be of mutual benefit. Should you offer our aid, I will personally instruct you in the art of the Krieg stance, an art that will avail you not only on the stage, but on the field of battle as well. Worry not, I will not force you to rush your decision. We must begin rehearsal for our next performance. Do give some thought to your offer and seek me out again, should you be so inclined. You return, friend. Have you taken the time to think of my offer? Splendid. To tell the truth, I feared your answer would be no, but fortune smiles upon Troop Files I am today. As principal dancer and company leader, allow me to officially welcome you to our ranks. Wait, don't tell me. Nashmira has handpicked you to join our troop and become a dancer? Is Rana right or is Rana right? I knew it. I haven't been doing this for as long as Mr. Nashmira, but even I can see that your poison posture is anything but ordinary. But don't get your hopes up too high. You're going to have to work your arse off to outshine Rana Migo. Let it suffice it to say that I will be watching both of your careers in great interest. Oh, but where are my manners? I haven't even asked my student his name. Amescus Winsmall. Elegant name indeed. Well then, Escos, this is for you. This crystal houses the amassed knowledge and memories of generations of our forebears. There's butterflies of the fields who have flooded their way into history and legend. Take it and treasure it. And of course, we'll be needing a change of clothes. Here, this outfit should do. Go ahead and put it on. You'll be amazed at the freedom of movement and pliant fabrics affords. All right. So first things first, let's everything went to armory chest, right? Okay, cool. Let me try this again. Anyways. Where were they? Wait a minute. That'll do. All right. Now to set up my dancing routine. All right. Cascade and fountain fall. Or fountain. And standard step. We'll go. here. I'm just gonna move my roll actions over here. Bandits 2. Oh, that's right. No. Okay. Hmm. Oh, no. Oh, no, yeah, maybe? Yeah, I want that there. That's all I get? Alright, there we go. Just want to make sure I got everything else set up. I felt like I should have more buttons, I didn't. Ishmira's eyes, you with enthusiastic expression. I've trained many a dancer in my day. I cannot recall ever seeing a crystal take to one of our new recruits so quickly. Truly, there is prestigious talent within you just waiting to be untapped. I've never seen anything like it either. Why, at this rate, we might even be able to challenge me for the position of Troop Falsiam's Rising Star. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Rana, but yes, with Esicos in our ranks, our ultimate goal might at last be within reach. Before that, however, I should share with you the full details for our planned itinerary. As I may have mentioned, we have traveled to these shores with two purposes: to share our time-honored art with Eorzeans, far and wide, and in doing so, to do our part to help heal our lingering scars left on the calamity. Limsa Lamensa here was the first stop on our tour of the realm. This leaves us with 4 destinations: Ul'dah, Gridania, Ishgard, and finally Alamigo. And yet, Ishgard's gates remain shuttered to the outside world, and Alamigo continues to struggle for freedom from its guardian masters. Needless to say, we'll be putting off our performances in those nations until such time as we can be certain that our presence will be welcome. And so, by process of elimination, the next 2 destinations on our tour are all but decided. However, there's another important matter we must attend to before we set off. Finding ourselves a patron willing to sponsor a jaunt across the realm, yes? Precisely. That what little coin remains in our coffers after the long journey will scarce afford to put on humble productions like the one Eskos just witnessed. We must find someone who will spare no expense in helping us bring our art to every corner of Eorzea. Fortunately, I've learned of someone who might be suited for the role. An acquaintance of mine in these lands, a songstress no less, introduced me to an influential merchant who considers it his life work to promote daring new forms of creative expression in the realm over. The man in question has all but agreed to fund our tour on one condition. We must grace him with a private performance, and he must deem it to be a true artistic revolution unlike anything he has seen before. An artistic revolution? That sounds like an awfully tall order. Indeed it is. After all, an aesthete of such renown has surely seen a Near Eastern dance or two in his day, so I asked myself, what could we possibly show this man that would truly awe and inspire him? Long did I struggle to come up with an answer, but no longer. Eskos, you will take the stage with Rana and transform into a full-fledged dancer before this man's very eyes. Yes, I call it a flower blooms on the battlefield. Yes, it is all coming to me now. For the final act, Rana here will play the role of a formidable foe, unleashing a fearsome array of steps and twirls against you. You'll fend them off, retaliating with flourishes of your own in a dramatic dance battle for the ages. Eskanos and I will take the stage together. My tail is tingling with excitement just thinking about it. And through our battle, we'll show our would-be patron that our art is more than just show. Why, it's positively perfect. I know it's your first performance, but you needn't worry. Nashmira and I will be right there with you. Just follow our lead, let the music carry you, and I'm sure our performance will knock this bigwig's merchant's socks off. Rana speaks true. I would not have invited you into our ranks if I did not believe it. If I did not know you're capable of what I ask, and so let us off delay any further. Our audience waits in a place called Costa del Sol. What? This could only mean one merchant! One of my favorite merchants in the game. I love him so much. If I remember correctly, I consider that he's a shrewd but kind businessman. And that is Jijiru. Excellent. 2 rising stars are here. And we finally get we can finally get the show on the road. But first we must pay our respects to our patron, Master Jijiru. Come with me. Master Jijiru, it is a pleasure and an honor to be invited into your lovely estate. I am Nashmira, leader and principal dancer of Troop Falsiam, and I stand before you today with 2 of my most promising proteges. Yes, yes, welcome all. Fall, take me. Is that you, Titans-bane? Moonlighting as a dancer these days, are you? I must admit, I thought venture is more lucrative than that. Mind you, when you're as wealthy as me, the best is a given. No, I won't be content with merely a masterful performance. I want to see something daring, something profound, something that likes of which this realm has never seen. I trust you're up to the task. Yes, we would let your eyes be the guide to that, Master Jujuruju. For today, Costa del Sol be the venue of inaugural performance of Troop Fal Siam's newest production. I call it A Flower Blooms on the Battlefield. Duty calls. Your very first performance, and already you're taking center stage. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Your first opponent will be a training mannequin designed specifically to hone inspiring dancer skills. Breathe deeply, move with purpose, and it'll be a breeze. At the same time, always remember that the Kriegsdance is a dance of war. I know you're among friends here, but I want you to imagine yourself on the battlefield leaping and twirling through a legion of foes. Now, let's knock this Master Gigi Ruju out of his 100,000 guild stockings. You ready? That's it. That's fire in your eyes. This is the chance of your lifetime, so let the same passion burn in your heart and hold nothing back. Let the curtain rise. You still lack full experience, this I know, but take heart, for I have crafted this performance specifically to draw your innate talent. Step by precious step, follow my lead, and you will feel yourself transforming into a full-fledged dancer before you know it. Lose yourself in the music, let the passion in your heart take over, and you will move as you have never moved before. Yes, you are the flower in this battlefield, and today you will blossom. Are you ready, Escos? First, you want to execute. First, you want to execute what we call a close position and choose me as your partner. Splendid. Now let Jujuruju what you can do. My apologies for the day, Master Jujuruju. Without further delay, finally it's time for the show. It's best be not getting. Oh, so this is the famed troop center. Perhaps the reputation is well deserved. That's it. Can you see the full power will in you? It's hard to do this because it's like on automatic. Oh, nothing like a good battle. That's what I call dancing. What's next? The show go on, yes? Alright, Eskos, we have messages right where we want them. It's time for... We trust you will enjoy the show. Now we present the grand finale. Behold! Inconceivable. I've never seen anything like them. Are you sure you're the first time in your stage? I could swear I was watching a veteran up there. I couldn't take my eyes off of you for a moment. But hey, my moves are nothing to sneeze at either, right? Of course, all the flashy lights are just for show. I set them up beforehand just to liven up our performance, you know. And enough about me, this is your day to shine. If that meant me playing the villain for a day, so be it. I'm just proud to have played my part in helping your talent bloom. Ah, now that was a sight to behold. A bold young man taking on one fearsome foe after the next and transforming into a masterful dancer before my very eyes. Yes, I do believe I've not seen anything quite like it. Love you so much. Your words do us some great honor, Master Jijiruju. Might you also count on you in loosen your purse strings and sponsor Troop Falsayan on a tour across your fair realm? It is true, of course, that your troop deserves a far wider audience, and yet your performance moved me so that I couldn't bear to part with you so soon. I must say I found myself particularly smitten by the young kitten who's played the villain's role. Runner, was it? Perhaps I could interest you in signing a contract to be one of my personal dancers. I can promise that it would be a lucrative one. Why you flatter me, Master Jijiruju, but I fear I'm still training. I can't well leave Mrs. Nashmira aside until our tour is complete. Is that so now? No, this simply won't do. I'm afraid your rejection is so devastating that I simply don't have it in me to fund your little excursion after all. Can't be serious. You gave us your word. We won't take no for an answer. Whatever should we do, Esagos? What's that supposed to mean? Just stop looking at me like that. You're scaring me. I say I never took you dancers to be a bloody serious lot. I meant only to express how utterly enthralled I was by your fearless performance. You're providing me precisely the sort of bold and audacious artistic revolution I sought. As part of our deal, I'm more than happy to offer you the financial backing you so clearly deserve. Yeah, I'm most grateful, Master Jijiruju. Truly, your aesthetic sensibilities are matched only by your boundless generosity. By your leave, we shall begin preparing for our forthcoming performance in Uldar. Oh, wait. If I might just have one small request. I ask not that you sign an exclusive contract, only that one of you sojourn here as my honored guest and entertain me for a spell. In return, in addition to my patronage, I promise that I will deliver you a personal letter of recommendation to the syndicate on your behalf. Well, would you believe that sounds like a mutually beneficial arrangement? In that case, Master Jijibuju, you may have your pick of any of my troop, excepting Escos, of course. Then the deal is done. Yes, I'm more than content with the lively Miss Rana here. Leave the negotiations with the syndicate to me in the meantime. I look forward to seeing every move in your repertoire. Pleasure is mine, Master Jijibuju, and please introduce me to your personal dancing girls as well. I'm sure there's so much they could teach me about the art of dance in Eosia. Phew, I was worried there for a moment. For all's well that ends well. I'll go in and share the good news with the others. Pray come along if you'd like. I love you, Ruju, so much. Master Jijiruju started insisting on taking runoff from us. I thought all of our efforts were for naught, but it seems we've come away with everything we bargained for, and then some. And it's all thanks to you. It really is quite remarkable how he changed his tune after you gave him just a single glance. Clearly you possess the remarkable powers of persuasion. At any rate, I suppose a short sojourn here could benefit us all. Rana seems eager to get to know the dancers here, and I must attend to administrative tasks before our next performance. In the meantime, why don't you put your newfound skills to the test? I suspect you'll be quite pleased with how well they serve you. I want to see something quickly here. Okay, so no, what? this and put this here. So categories of things come as tank, healer, melee DPS, and physical range DPS. Physical range DPS and magical range DPS. Since I'm already level 60 on my monk, I think I'm going to switch classes for a while and actually go with the magical. And offline, I'm going to do some astrology leveling, just to try to get it up right around where I would have Bread Mage. And I'm going to try to get this kind of like set of 5 to kind of like sync up along the ways. Since I'm basically doing level 50 quests, I go with the thing that's most level 50, which is my Red Mage. Sure. So now I have 3 of 5 at 60. So we're just going to stick with that for right now. And I'll just use my Red Mage power, and I'll be able to practice Red Mage. Because Red Mage is kind of... Whew, it's a thing. Alright, so what were we doing? We were actually in Falcon's Nest. Okay. I believe this quest should lead to unlocking a feature. It's been far too long, Lord Artorio. And who might your companion be? Pray forgive our lateness, Sir Redval. I present to you Escos Winsmall, Lord of House Vatal. Ah, yes, of course. Lord Drillamont spoke of you. I, Sir Redwald of the House Zonder, do bid you welcome to Falcon's Nest. You are both eager to contribute to this settlement's restoration. How may we be of service? Before we speak of that, would I be correct in assuming Master Winsmall is unfamiliar with the recent history? Then, with your permission, I shall recount the tale for his benefit. As you know, Falcon's Nest was once a hamlet of a small garrison of knights and some few villagers, and then came the calamity. When it became clear that the snow would not stop falling, we had no choice but to order a complete withdrawal. The settlement and the entirety of the Western Highlands were to be abandoned to the heretics. Lady Iceheart and her kind have walked these lands with impunity ever since. Aye, but no longer. The Holy See has commanded the reclamation of the Western Highlands and the expulsion of heretical elements. Falcon's Nest is key to accomplishing these objectives, but as you see, rebuilding the hamlet will be no small undertaking. Our craftsmen require support and protection. Any assistance you can offer will greatly appreciate. As promised, we of House Fatom are at your disposal. So, Redbold, I need but tell us where to begin. Sir Redbold will have you assist the craftsmen rebuilding the fortifications of Falcon's Nest. Ooh, lag. These men and women are quite skilled at building and repairing fortifications, but their progress has been hampered by a number of factors. Sorry, I'm doing some administration duty with something else. Roth, their foreman, tells me he is in need of a man of your talents. Would you be so kind to speak to him? Yes, I'm Roth, and who might you be? Ah, the promised help. Glad to have you aboard. I'm the honor of overseeing this fine mess you see before you. Sent me over to one over on one sent me over on one of those blackbirds, same as you, to build and mend and tell others how to build and mend. But Fury, take me this ice. It's bloody unnatural how fast it forms. It's icicles, sprites, I tell you. Mark my words, there are pockets of them here and there, just waiting for me to turn my back so they can sneak out and do their dirty work. So I need you to search the hamlet and put an end to it. If you stand watch long enough, I'm sure you'll find them. Well, man, my headphones. There we go. Ah! Well, there's a man that looks like he's found his marks. You're just the sort we need around here, the kind that hop to when you need to test. Let me get any of these. I'm just gonna stick with the silver. Go with the gold. Good help is hard to find. We're a dab hand at Warcraft, I could tell. Not that I have any skill at arms and to speak mind. But it doesn't take an expert to recognize expertise. Be a waste to keep you to yourself when there's others out there that need help the same as me. If you keep on doing what you've done, I'd ask you to head north to the pike. The bloody huge statue out in the waste. You've never been. Mason by the name of Thermont is out there tending to the good thing. Good man Thermont, but I reckon he's taken on too much work for one. Might there be something you can do for him? All right, so I'm going to put a quick little pause here. I'm going to, I am going to attempt to make the video shorter by stopping the stream, then restarting. So I'm going to take a little bit longer break. I'm going to turn off the stream, but I'll be back in about 10 to 15 minutes because I'm going to get myself some lunch. And then I will be right back and we will continue this and we'll be red maging. Yay.